Hi, I'm Christopher of ISI. In this video, I'll be showing you a quick way to set up a series in rFactor 2 Steam version that you can run in Singleplayer using what we now call race events. To start out, just go ahead and open rFactor 2 through your Steam library. First, you'll see the launcher pop up. For now, all you need to do here is click on the single race helmet. This will open rFactor 2 in Singleplayer mode. Okay, so here we are in the main menu, which consists of these four icons: Series, Track, Car, and Session Settings. Notice that under the Series icon, it's showing all tracks and cars. So let's take a look at, for example, tracks by clicking on the Track icon. This brings up the full list of tracks. As you can see here, this lists all the tracks that are included in rFactor 2, as well as their layouts. This gives you a great selection if you want to run any car on any track in just one single session. You'll see though that if you click on Atlanta, it has multiple layouts, 4 of which are kart layouts. Same for cars. If you click on the car icon, you can see every car and every car type is included in the list. Everything from stock cars to open wheel to karts. But if you want to run a series with corresponding cars and tracks and not end up in a stock car on a kart layout, for example, there's a better way to filter this content. We've created something called race events, which is a pre-selection of matching cars and tracks. So here's how to quickly set up a race event. First, go ahead and click on the series icon at the top. Make sure to click off all tracks and cars, and make sure to select Include Race Events. So now you see a full list of pre-configured series. You have a series for IndyCar, kart, stock car, and so on. So let's say you want to see what's in each race event, which tracks and cars are included. Here, I'll click on the IndyCar series. The info button lets you see the full list of everything in this particular race event. You'll see that IndyCar only has oval tracks in this series. Everything else is filtered out. But for this example, I want to run a single-player series with GTs. First, select the GT race event from the list. Click Accept. You'll see that it now says Race Event GT Series right under the Series button. Now if you go back into the track list, it will only show a filtered selection of tracks. Looking at Atlanta again, only one layout is now available. The 4 karting layouts you saw at the beginning of this tutorial were filtered out. Since you're running GTs, you probably won't be using karting layouts. Same for cars. Only GT cars are now selectable in the list. So let me quickly show you a couple of things to do before kicking off your first race in the series. Click on the Session Settings icon. This brings up 3 tabs: Practice, Qualifying, and Race, to customize your session settings. I won't go through all of the settings here, but I'll give you an example for each category. Let's set the practice session to 60 minutes. If you want to run a quali session, you'll first want to enable that option by clicking the Qualifying button. Then in the Qualifying tab, we'll set the start time to 10 a.m. Also, let's go ahead and add some laps to the race. Let's say we'll do 10 laps. For the purpose of this tutorial, we'll leave everything else on the default values. Okay, now go ahead and click the big race button on the right. So the track is now loaded and we're in the practice session. You can see here the countdown timer of 60 minutes we set. If at any time you want to advance to qualifying, for example, or go straight into a race, just click on Next Session. Let's just click through to qualifying. And again to race. Once the race is over, and let's say you want to straight away start a new session on the next track, instead of leaving the track back to the main menu, you can just click Next Track and it will load the next track or layout from the series. One thing to keep in mind is that the Next Track button is only available when running a race event. You will not see the Next Track button if you've loaded a track from the All Tracks and Cars menu. This avoids loading a mismatched track simply because it's next in the list. One last thing. If you want to get back to the full list of tracks and cars, click on Leave Track. And in the main menu, click on Series. Click on the All Tracks and Cars button so it's orange, and click Accept. And there you go. All tracks and cars are again selectable. That's it for race events in Singleplayer. Have fun and good luck all.